My guest tonight is a Grammy Award winner with a new CD out entitled Head Over Heels, but she's also a fantastic dancer and one of Hollywood's most sought-after choreographers. And like me, she first started in the business as a Laker girl. Please, if you would, welcome Paula Abdul. Is the chair okay? I arranged it perfectly for you.
It's perfect.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
Hey!
Yeah, we stole our audience from WWF Wrestling tonight, so how's that feel when you get that gawking? You comfortable when you get a woo?
It's better than a boo.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I think it's really nice.
Yeah.
Feels good. Thank you.
Yeah, well, that's very nice. I like it when I get it too.
Well, yeah, I bet you do.
What do you think about the kind of guys that you attract? Is there any particular kind that you think that kind of goes for Paula Abdul? Huh?
According to the fan mail I get?
Yeah. What kind of fan mail do you get?
Oh, all kinds of cellmates.
Yeah. we get prisoners at this hour watching too. They're gonna love this show.
No, I do. I get lots of interesting letters.
Like, can you give us an example of, other than the ones I've sent you?
I have a box, like a nice heart box for the ones that you sent.
Yeah. I can't. Sorry, I'm a fan. Excuse me, sue me.
Last week I got a letter and it started out. See, it's funny because I don't know how they get your home address. But there must be like a little black book that's sold underground that gets celebrities' addresses.
Right.
And so I get fan mail, and this letter started out really nice. And I do read my fan mail.
Uh-huh.
And it started.
Do you read you try and read every piece you get?
Well, I try.
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah.
And I do respond.
Yes.
Sometimes.
I believe you.
I do. But this one started out real nice, saying that I'm so glad you're back, and I love your album, and it's great to see you back dancing and everything like that. If you don't mind, I have a real nice penmanship. I have a great suggestion that I think that will really propel you to mega superstardom like you can't imagine.
Wow, he's got an idea.
He's got an idea. And he says, I really think that you need to do a penthouse pictorial.
Why does he think that that's going to shoot you through the roof?
Well, he said because those are the kind of pictures we'd love to see.
Yeah.
And you have this nice image, and that's great.
Right.
But if you really want to make it in this business, you got to do it.
Sounds like a smart young man, huh?
Yes, and the letter started out, and then I saw this, and I was laughing hysterically.
Yeah, but you do respond to the mail. Actually, I didn't send you a letter, but years ago, like 6 years ago, we almost went out on a blind date. Did you know that? It wasn't really a blind date. No, we had a mutual friend who will go unnamed who actually was going to, about 6 years ago, just kind of sort of set us up on a date. And I was driving a '79 Corolla with a spring that came out of the passenger seat, so it wasn't exactly a chick magnet. I decided to hold off for a while. Next thing I know, you got the #1 album and you're engaged Arsenio Hall or something.
Huh? Really? That's news to me. This whole conversation is news to me.
There's a little information for you.
Now, had I known that.
No, I'm not kidding. But it never panned out. By the way, Arsenio is a friend of yours.
Absolutely.
He has done an amazing thing. He did this show. He made a lot of money. He made a real impact in the business. And then he just quietly, in a very smart way, I think temporarily, has just disappeared. Has he done that purposely, or what is he up to?
I definitely think that he's planned it that way. He's doing a lot of production deals, producing, and actually getting ready to do movies himself. So he's still working really hard.
Very nice. I know that you had this split up with Emilio Estevez not too long ago. You guys are still friends, though, right?
Best of friends, really.
Yeah. And Charlie Sheen's not your brother-in-law anymore either, right?
Well, he still is kind of like my brother-in-law. I mean, the family's still we're very close. And, I really have a lot of love for them. And,
Right.
you know, tabloids said that I kind of married Charlie as well, you know. I don't know.
Oh, there's a sight for sore eyes,
Yeah.
huh? The three of you kids together?
Yeah, kept busy, you know.
Now, let me ask you a little. I guess the only thing tougher than dating in LA is trying to keep your car in LA. And they told me this has, of course, gotten a lot of news and a lot of attention.
I can't believe it. I know.
I don't know the whole story, but I know you had your automobile. You pull up at a restaurant, and that's Scotch. You pull up at a restaurant, and boom, the guy comes and takes your car. It's gone forever. What exactly happened?
It was broad daylight, and it was at a restaurant, which I won't name, but it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. There were no cars waiting to be valet parked. I was the only car there.
Right.
And
not a real popular restaurant, I guess, huh?
Well, it was empty inside, kind of.
Yeah.
I liked it, though. But I put the car in park, and the valet parker came over and gave me a ticket, and I took the ticket.
Well, now that's nothing unusual about that.
No. And instead of getting in my car, he walked me to the restaurant. I thought that was very nice of him. And I sat down, and I ordered food, met the people that I was meeting, and then 10 minutes later, the guy comes walking in. I see him walking towards the table, and he stands far back, and he says, can you come here? And I said, no, why don't you come here? He says, no, you come here. And I kept like, what? Did my alarm go off? Is something wrong?
Right.
Come here. I said, what? Is my car stolen? He goes, yes.
Oh, no.
He said, 2 men got in, took your car.
Now, are you able to like sue the restaurant, or how do you get your car back?
Well, the valet parking company has insurance. And
so are you covered for this thing or not?
basically,
Yeah.
I think I am.
Yeah, oh, okay. All right. You shouldn't have been driving one of those German cars. Stick to American. They don't touch the Eagles. I'm kidding.
So what car do you drive now?
I think we're going to have to cut that out of the show, aren't we? Did it make you want to move out of L.A.? Were you really upset about the whole thing?
Oh, it's a car. It's a material thing, and I'm glad that it wasn't a dangerous situation where I had a gun to my head saying, move over or get out or whatever. So, it's a car.
Yeah.
Does it make me want to move out of LA? I could name you 100 reasons. What makes me want to move out of LA?
I think you need to get your $250 back from the guy. We're going to do a quick break. We'll be right back with Paula Abdul after these words. It's strange to watch yourself on those videos. I was watching you watch yourself. You're kind of like this going,
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah. This is Crazy Cool. This is the newest release.
Actually, it's I think world premiering on MTV on Monday, so you got to see a little bit of it.
Wow. Well, we do what we can here at 1:35 in the morning.
There you go.
You had kind of a break in between the two albums. Did you do anything? It took a little time. Was there anything different that you wanted to do this time around?
Yeah, like maybe have some time to make an album.
Yeah.
and relax and enjoy the process. Because of the first album being on the charts for like 2 years, and then while I was still promoting the first album, I was in the studio making the second album, and then I went straight into touring. So this is the first time that I was able to have a little bit of time to just kind of reflect on everything that's happened in the past 5 years.
Does the studio give you a lot of pressure, or the record company to give you a lot of pressure to keep pushing, keep moving forward, new album, new material?
They're real good at doing that. But they knew that I needed a break. I hadn't stopped, so they were real cool about, take a couple years off.
Yeah. And there's that My Love Is For Real album that was playing on MTV quite a bit too, and VH1. And I swear there's just like a brief shot where I could have sworn a guy grabbed your breast.
You should know it was you. To Morocco and shot the video. We put some dark makeup on him.
That was me. Should we show him? No, I'm kidding. What?
Jimmy doesn't even know what to say now. He's embarrassed.
Are you gearing up for another tour? Isn't it true that the first time you ever performed was in front of like 25,000 people or something, your first concert?
Yeah, I kind of make a joke that I never got to like swim in the shallow end. I was like thrown into the deep end. My first show was in front of a sold out crowd of 25,000 people, and my God, I can't even explain to you the fear factor. I dug my nails into my tour manager's arms. Literally, I couldn't get him out, and he was pushing me. I ripped his whole entire arm.
Yeah.
And I had to pee in my pants so bad. I had to. You don't even know. See, it's like, well, I was standing behind that door.
There was a lot of pee and a lot of blood. That's what I'm hearing so far.
What? Oh, that's really gross. But even behind the door here, anytime I have to like set foot out in front of people, it's like I have this urge that I have to just pee. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I do, but I didn't tonight. I didn't. But you know, it's weird. I have a very weak bladder when I'm laughing a lot or someone tickles me. It's like, I'm telling you, get away, stop doing that, I'm gonna pee. And they don't, and then I'll do it. And then they go, ew. And I said, well, it's your fault. I told you to get away. But I was really scared. And the second I walked out on stage, though, it was okay. You know, when I did the first, sang the first note, did the first step, but it was cool.
Have you always had that mild disorder of just wanting to like, gotta go?
All the time. If I don't get that, then there's something wrong.
Right. Yeah, this show actually probably isn't really a factor if you're watching at home. Won't ever cause any problems. Do you get nerves as well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't eat anything before the show, so because it's inevitable that I'll get sick feeling. So I'll eat after the show. And the problem is I'm a real early riser. I could get up at the crack of dawn, but by, like 10, 11, 12, I'm tired. But when I'm on stage, I don't get off stage till around midnight, and then I'm wired for like the next 3 hours.
Right.
So I literally sleep like 3 hours.
Right. Is it something you've had, even from back in your time in the Laker Girls, like for instance, when you were doing a little bit of this,
no.
were you still having to pee even in...
I can't believe I did pee on the forum floor once. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that hairdo. Oh, yeah.
Yeah! Did you, Is it easy to choreograph for film? Because I know you're doing a little bit of that now.
It's a little more demanding because it's take after take, but there's nothing like doing the live stuff. I think being on stage or in front of people and having that instant connection is the best part.
Right. And you worked, I know, was Tom Hanks, would you say, I know you've worked with Tom Hanks, with Eddie Murphy. Who was the best student that you've worked with in terms of choreographing film?
Hey, that's hard.
That's a tough one, huh?
That's a tough one. Probably Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd. They were the most fun by far because they kept me laughing the whole time.
Uh-oh, and we know what that means.
You don't understand. It gets bad. They'll make me laugh.
Paula's gonna laugh. We gotta do a quick break. We'll be right back after that.
Why don't you and me do some fancy stepping tonight?
She's a beautiful dancer. Why, I used to call her Twinkle Toes.
Can you do this one?
Ooh, that's just one.
You're not so bad yourself.
1 calorie.
Feeling relieved, you're back, joining us. Was this tough to film?
Yeah, it was the difficult part. It kind of was boring because I was by myself.
Yeah, you're kind of hanging there by your lonesome.
On a blue screen, and there were sometimes the background atmosphere with the people in the made-up bar, and I did have dancers with me at the beginning.
Right.
But all the stuff that they had to place the icons with Gene Kelly and Groucho, that was all done nothing.
It must have been great though, because I know you're a huge Gene Kelly fan.
Yeah, this is the closest I got to dance with him.
Does that date back from you were a kid, or?
I've been in love with Gene Kelly since I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he inspired me to try to make a go at having a career in the entertainment business.
Yeah. Your favorite musical? What would that?
Singing in the Rain.
No question
No
about
question.
it, huh? We have to do one last break. We'll be right back with Paula Abdul after this. We're back. That's it. We're out of time. I hope you get your money back for the car and you get over this horrible disorder, this peeing thing. Paula, it was a pleasure having you on.
Great
Will you come and
being
see us again?
Absolutely.
All right, Paula Abdul,
Thank you.
folks.